Good morning, it's Friday morning and you join me for a delivery to the Isle of Wight. We are taking this superb little 15,000 mile white Suzuki Jimny, just coming into view next to me now, across to the Newport area of the Isle of Wight, and it'll be tomorrow morning that I head off. TMC do like a Jimny, as you can see. Here we go, here's the interior, obviously 15,000 miles only, pretty much as good as new, this Jimny. So yes, my name's Chris, welcome to Trade Plate Travels, thank you for joining me. I will see you tomorrow morning when we head off to Southampton and on to the island. Right, good morning, it is Saturday morning, I'm just heading off now, it's just about 7:30 in the morning. I have a ferry from Southampton at 10 AM. Let's go to the Isle of Wight. Right, 9:15, 10 AM sailing, we're here in plenty of time. Parked next to a very nice Aston here. The ship has arrived.
That's it, thank you.
Okay, we are on board the Red Falcon, just about to leave Southampton docks. Almost at the very front of the ship, I think. Luckily the Jimny slightly protected from the salty spray by this great big land cruiser in front of us, so that's good for the new owner. Okay, let's get on board. You may have noticed we're sailing from Southampton, not Portsmouth. Portsmouth is a bit nearer TMC than Southampton. It was so much cheaper to sail from Southampton. It just made sense to drive a little bit extra. It's only about 20 minutes further to Southampton versus Portsmouth and sail from here. And actually we'll be slightly closer to where the customer lives when we get to the other side anyway, so it all kind of works out well in the end.
Welcome aboard the Red Falcon. Please listen very carefully to the following safety announcement. In the unlikely event of an emergency, you will... I should also like to remind passengers.
Well, that was nice and quick, only about an hour from Southampton to, well, you can see Cowes just over there on the other side of the estuary. Where we shall actually be docking is on the eastern side of the estuary, just over there at East Cowes. Always feels like a little bit of a holiday, even though you're just going for an hour across the water. Just that act of going across the water has that kind of holiday feel to it. So yeah, really not complaining about my job today. Now, the plan for today, obviously the Isle of Wight is not a particularly big place, so I shall have the Jimny where it's meant to be in probably less than half an hour after docking. And I thought I might just have a look around the island for a bit. I have no need to be anywhere else today. I can jump on the passenger ferry back to the mainland when I'm ready, either from here at Cowes, just coming into view. Actually, you can see the Red Jet ferry. That will take us back to Southampton as foot passengers, should we require it. But to be honest, I'll probably head to Ryde, further east on the island, and take either the hovercraft or the passenger boat back to Portsmouth Harbour Station and head home from there. Well, that was nice and easy. Like I said, the Isle of Wight's not a very big place, so it's just gone midday and the delivery is all done. The customer's very happy with their new Jimny, as you would fully expect. So anyway, I'm now in Newport, and considering I have no other collections or deliveries for today being Saturday anyway, I thought why not head off and have a look around the island. So I'm going to head off to the very far west of the island, where you may well already know you will find the Needles. So yeah, let's go catch a bus.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Well, here we are. Here's the bus that took us here. It has a good number plate, HW73B, BEE. We have made a beeline for the Needles. Well, there's a very busy amusement park back there, so I might go back there and try and find something to eat and drink a little bit later, but for now I've left as quickly as I can to head up to the westernmost point of the Isle of Wight to see the chalk stacks and the iconic lighthouse jutting out into the channel. And down there you can see Allen Bay, which is obviously very popular, especially on a beautiful Saturday like today, half term as well. There's lots of families and kids around today. It is a beautiful day. I've put on a ton of sun cream, but I do wish I'd brought a hat. That was a bit of an oversight. Well, you have to pay the National Trust to get in there, so I'll pass if you don't mind. But I'm just going to head up the hill a little bit and we'll find a viewpoint, which I believe is free. Oh, well, what a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. We've chosen to visit the Isle of Wight, and here we are. Here are the Needles. Approximately 30-metre high chalk stacks with the 1859 lighthouse on the end. Called the Needles apparently after a fourth stack, which has now long since eroded and gone into the ocean, that was called Lot's Wife. That was a very thin chalk stack that collapsed into the ocean in 1764. Named after, I guess, the biblical wife of Lot who turned to a pillar of salt. Yes, as I said before, the westernmost point of the island. We are looking out towards the southern coast of mainland England over there, and then of course out to the channel this way. Well, I've left the crowds behind and am walking along the Isle of Wight coastal path. That is a 70 to 80 mile trail. Apparently can be completed in about 5 to 8 days. So if you ever feel like a week away in the UK, why not walk the Isle of Wight coastal path? I'm just heading up to this trig point here, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get some spectacular views. And yes, we certainly are. Let's start with the view westwards. We've just walked from that direction. You can't see the Needles anymore, they're just over the horizon there. But you can see the coast of mainland England over there, of course. The little town we can see on the other side of the Solent over there, that is Lymington in Dorset. Totally random fact about Lymington, I believe that if you live in Oxford, that is your nearest coastal town. Told you it was random. And now we're looking further along the Isle of Wight coastal path, also known as the Tennyson Trail. And I don't know if you can see it, but over there, right on the horizon, right on the top of that next hill over there, there's a great big stone cross. That is the Tennyson Monument, in memorial of the well-known poet Alfred Lord Tennyson. And there's a skylark singing as well. And we're looking eastwards now across the island, and now out to the channel. What an amazing panoramic view you get from up here on the downland. Yes, of course we've come to the westernmost point of the Isle of Wight today, but I have visited the Isle of Wight on the channel before. I did a collection from here, all the way over on the other side of the island, on the east side of the island. You can watch that video here. We weren't quite so lucky with the weather that day. If I remember rightly, it was off-season definitely, whereas today is peak season, being half-term, a beautiful sunny day in May. Well, it's a very pleasant 21 degrees today, and an absolutely beautiful sunny day. I'm not going to walk a lot further though. I'm going to head back down to the Needles and find something to eat and drink and start thinking about heading home, because I believe it's going to take me about 2 hours to get from here to Ryde Pier Head. I've decided to go home via Ryde Pier Head because that will take me straight across to Portsmouth Harbour Station, and from there I can get a train back to Guildford, non-stop train to Guildford. So a relatively easy journey once I'm back on the mainland, and home from there. I have been staying hydrated, of course, very exposed up here, a warm day, but yeah, I think it's time to go and have something to eat, I think. And here we have a remnant of World War II. During the Second World War, the guns of the new battery here stood ready to fire on any enemy shipping which might have tried to pass through the Needles Passage. Well, I've got back to the Needles landmark attraction, but it is very busy here, so I think I'm just going to jump on the number 7 bus, go straight back to Newport and on to Ryde from there, and I'll find somewhere to stop along the way. But yes, I'm not actually altogether that far away from where I live, to be honest, but I've got 2 buses on the Isle of Wight, a boat and then a train, probably followed by another bus to get home, so quite a journey ahead.
Main Street. Alight here for...
Right, 4:30. We've just arrived in Ryde. I'm going to just head down to the seafront. Yum. Time for ice cream. Right, welcome to Ryde and Ryde Pier Head. I'm just walking out to the pier head, as you can clearly see. 4:45 now. I have a boat departing the end of the pier head at 5:15, so just half an hour to walk to the end of the pier head. I'm sure I can manage that. I got straight to Newport and the bus to Ryde was departing almost straight away, so I was literally out of one bus straight into the other, and now we're here. So I might grab something I might grab a sandwich on the boat or something. Here is one of the new Island Line trains, ex-London Underground I believe. Off it goes towards Shanklin. Yes, so Portsmouth bound now. Just got to walk to the end of Ryde Pier Head, jump straight on the boat, and that will take me to Portsmouth Harbour Station. I think you can just see the Spinnaker Tower and Portsmouth over on the other side of the Solent there. Once we're on the boat, I think it only takes about, I'm not sure, I think it's about 20 minutes. I'll put the time up on the screen, how long it takes to get to Portsmouth. And there goes the hovercraft. I think South Sea, I think the hovercraft goes to. It is, I believe, the last operating commercial hovercraft passenger service in the world that operates year round anyway. I think there's another seasonal one in Estonia. This one operates year round. I have been on the hovercraft a long time ago. I think we'll get some nicer footage once we're on the boat because you're very much inside the hovercraft when you're travelling in it. And here comes our boat, White Rider 2, the passenger service, ready to take us back to the mainland. Right, goodbye Isle of Wight for now. I do love coming over here. Hopefully I'll be able to come back again soon. I'll tell the others to start buying vehicles from the Isle of Wight.
Stay calm and wait for further instructions.
This is so much quicker than the car ferry. I appear to be the last one off the boat, but not to worry, we have plenty of time. It's about 20 to 6 now I think, and my train is at 6:15 from here at Portsmouth Harbour, literally right next to where we are now. So let's go and have a bit of a break and then head back to Guildford. I might be able to get a train right now at 5:45. However, I have an advance ticket that has booked me on the 6:15, so hopefully I can get back to Guildford half an hour early. I just need to ask the guard if he's happy for me to get on this train. I have just a few minutes to do it. Either you'll see me on the train in a minute or I'll still be waiting at Portsmouth Harbour.
So Fratton need to be in the front 7 coaches. Front 7 coaches, if you...
6:54 I have got back to Guildford. Just one final stage of my journey left, just homeward bound now on the bus out of Guildford back home. Well, that's it. We are back in an empty space in my garage where this morning was parked a white Jimny, and that is now over, starting a new life on the Isle of Wight. That was such a nice day. It's probably the nicest day's driving I think I can remember for ages. Just, yeah, beautiful weather, beautiful place. All in all, really nice day. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed making it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video too. Please do give me a thumbs up if you have. Please, even better, do subscribe if you can. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I hope to see you again soon on another Trade Plate driving adventure. So until then, bye for now.